Some of the best known and best loved people in the world live and lived with disabilities, like Frida Kahlo, Stephen Hawking, and Andrea Bocelli. They have a huge impact on the world and on us. About 1 billion people live with a disability today, and almost all of us will experience a temporary or permanent disability in our lifetime, so it's an issue for everyone. This moves to the front lines at the Paralympics, where, like the Olympics, athletic achievement and human perseverance are celebrated. When the China Current began, we made it a point to tell these important stories. I met Ge Yang, a Chinese table tennis player and 6-time gold medalist and Paralympic champion from Athens, Beijing, London, and Rio.
我6岁的时候呢，因为自己贪玩，在院子里发现了一个放过的鞭炮，然后当时呢正赶上这个中国的亚运会的火炬传递，我突发奇想，觉着那个放过的鞭炮特别像火炬，我就拿起了鞭炮，然后点燃了另外一节鞭炮，炸在了手里，然后当时呢就昏倒了。当我再醒来的时候，已经在医院里边了。我看到我的父母、我的亲人都在哭泣，我说没事儿，手炸掉了以后还能长出来。
But he seized on the opportunity of life, trained in table tennis through childhood, and qualified for his first Paralympic Games in Athens.
我最梦寐以求的单打冠军没有拿到手，我只拿到第3名。当时我非常的沮丧。打完比赛之后，我就在休息室里不走了。全世界的这个运动员都在大巴车等我，又马上是团体比赛。然后我的领队和我的教练跟我说葛阳，这个如果你单打没打好，只能代表你自己。这是一个团体项目，是代表的是我们国家的形象。所以团体比赛当中，一场球都没有输，然后夺得了人生当中的第1块残奥会金牌。
Disability in China is not a straightforward path. Like anywhere in the world, causes for disability are diverse, and stigma for people is a huge barrier. But better legislation and more inclusive language show progress is in motion. There are 83 million Chinese people living with at least one disability, most of them affecting their sight and hearing, but also speech, intellectual, physical, and developmental disabilities. At the Beijing Paralympics, they had a huge champion in Deng Pufang, not an athlete himself, but someone who has ensured that human dignity is universal. In 1987, he initiated the first national survey for people living with disability. In 1988, he created the China Disabled Persons Federation. And in 1991, he pushed for mental health conditions to be recognized as disabilities. In 2008, he was a key figure in the organizing of the Beijing Olympics and Paralympics, and for his work he has been honored by the International Olympic Committee and the United Nations. But this is not a happily ever after story, not yet. Challenges continue and are many. While the gender split between women and men living with disability in China is almost 50-50, only a quarter of them live in urban areas where access to health and other services are much better than for the 3/4 whose homes are in the countryside. I think of Ge Yang, someone who has triumphed against all the odds. He embodies the spirit of what we can humanly achieve, and he's a living lesson we can all learn from in the current pandemic.
我经常跟大家开玩笑，我说你们2只手干不了的事儿，我可以用1只手来帮你。我觉着虽然我手残疾了，但是我的梦想更大了，我的机会更多了，我的未来更开明了。我未来的梦想更多的是能帮助一些残疾的孩子继续拿奥运冠军，为我的行业做更多的贡献。
I am James Chau. You're watching the China Current. Follow us on social media @the China Current.